We're good? Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. 7:30, roll call. William Johnson?
Here.
Bill Giorio is excused. Lynn Colligan?
Here.
Tom Graffinino?
Here.
Lisa Freckler here. Stephen Kiley, Town Attorney, is here via Zoom. First order of business is to review and approve the September 27th, 2023 minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So tonight we have an applicant to discuss 10 Cheekwood Avenue Flower. So we had requested a vegetation plan to kind of complete this application, and they did provide that. Looking at it, what they presented, it looks like it's mostly native plants, and it's not dense because of flooding. So they didn't, they took that into consideration. So it allows the water to kind of flow through, and it also at the same time softens the look of the wall, since this application is
Raising the house up.
due to the flooding that they're experiencing. Some notable things about this one is that the footprint of the renovation and the house is remaining the same. But they do need some stairs in that front area that were not there before. They're kind of redoing the stairs a little bit.
And the deck in the back.
And the deck in the
Is
back.
that 40 square feet added to the
Right.
side yard?
Yep. Thank you, Lynn.
Yep. And I like that they're using the existing hedge and the grasses. I like that on the vegetation plan.
Yep. So it looks like they're going up 8 feet from the existing elevation, which I think is actually more than what is required by FEMA, but I think they're trying to do that as a preventative measure. Yeah, I think they're.
The ridge height, I had 28-foot ridge height.
Yep, they're not going up enough to need a height variance at all.
Right.
No.
And it looks like the encroachment's going to remain the same. They're going to have some additions. They are going to have a garage, which is good because of the parking situation there. The driveway's not very big and that road that they're on is very narrow. So I think,
Heavily used.
yep, the garage will be helpful.
Yeah, seasonally, it's heavy traffic spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yacht club.
Yeah. So, I will say there is going to be more building. The bulk is increasing in this spot within that non-conformity area.
I had it going from 2,500 to 3,080 square feet, 3,080
Okay.
3,080.
from 2,500, I noted, if that's correct.
Does anyone have anything they want to discuss or bring up about this application? Any concerns? Anything?
I think we felt satisfied in our last discussion, and I think the vegetation plan looks good.
Agreed.
That was the last piece we were waiting on. wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know that was actually something that the Heights requested in their original letter was a landscaping plan. And I think, they provided that and again, we reviewed it and it looks good. There's a neighbor also had to do this just because of the area. So it's not out of the question to have to do it. And I think the height I had a note that I think the height was going to stay in line with the Junior Yacht Club building that was right there. So
Yeah, it's in keeping with the neighborhood still, yeah.
Right. Because there's 2-story houses around it.
Yep. Okay. So if everyone's good and you won't have anything else to add, we can go on to the worksheets unless, Stephen, there's something else you feel like we need to discuss.
No, I think you're ready.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the,
Area variance first or
we'll
what?
do the
Which one you gonna do?
area variance first,
Okay.
yes. Everyone's gonna take some notes for us. Okay, whether an undesirable change would be produced in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties?
Yeah, I would say no.
No.
Oh, we just mentioned this. Can you just give me the wording on that? Is that because it's in keeping with the yacht club neighborhood or the Heights,
The heights,
the Heights area near the yacht club?
there's a lot of two-story houses there.
Okay.
And it's, you know, it's,
And they're not going above.
they're not going
Not
above.
going above 35 feet.
And there's already another house there that had to do a similar thing due to the flooding, had to raise the house.
Okay. Is that adjacent, do you know?
Yeah, it's their direct neighbor.
Yeah, it's right,
Okay.
it would be the west of this house.
Okay.
Correct.
The neighbor to the west did the
Yes.
same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Oh, good, thank you.
Okay, whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative to the variance. I would say no. I can't think of another way to
Keep the water.
keep the water out.
Right, protect the house.
Protect the house, yeah. Whether the requested variance is substantial. I mean, they are asking for a lot of variances just based on the fact that they have a very tiny building envelope.
So then, in that sense, it
In that
is.
sense,
It is, definitely is.
yep.
And based on the number of variances?
Yes. The number of variances that are required.
Okay.
Would the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood?
I think we'll improve with the mitigation of the flooding. Does everybody agree with that?
I agree with that.
Yes,
And in the plantings and.
Yep.
yeah,
It'll actually improve the environmental conditions because they're taking into account native plants and species. And And 5, whether the alleged difficulty was self-created.
Nature has a good name.
yeah,
I
nature,
did have a good hand on
Yeah.
this.
yeah, it could go either way, but it's Mother Nature's got to say on this one, I think.
Yeah, this one is actually one of those weird ones where we can
Yeah.
actually have
Yeah.
a solid, yeah, no. It was.
Is that right, Stephen?
No.
They're doing this in order to protect their property from the rising
Yeah,
water.
Yeah, it's both Mother Nature and bureaucracy where the
Right.
feds
Yeah.
want to raise it.
Yep. They're constrained by the building.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Do we want any conditions on this? I can't think of any, but if anyone else has any,
I think
Between what. they
the
put-
Heights had mentioned something about safety in the work zone, but that's standard, right?
well, it's also, I don't know if that's technically what, we're here to decide also.
Yeah. That's like standard, right, Stephen?
Yeah, I also think that you may want to include maintaining that vegetation.
Sure.
So
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Maintain the vegetative buffer.
correct, as
Yeah.
per the revised plan dated blah, blah, blah. But
Perfect.
I'll add that.
Put it on the back.
Ben's got it.
Yeah, so it'll be, basically perpetual maintenance of that plan.
Escape plan.
Great.
Okay.
You good, Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the special permit questionnaire. Is the proposed use the most appropriate use of this land?
Yes,
Yes, it's residential and it's remaining residential. Will the use be detrimental to surrounding property values?
no, I would say improve it, because it'll be more livable.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep, it'll be more livable.
More livable and more, I need a better word than just
You know what I
livable.
mean?
Like, yeah, safe and sustainable.
Safe,
Okay.
yeah.
Safe, yeah, that's a good word.
Safety and, okay, right, thank you.
Will the use cause an overcrowding of land or undue concentration of population? No, they're not looking to add more population or to the property as it is. They're just looking to lift it up.
And parking will be on site, not the road.
Is the site suitable for the location of such use in this town? Yes, it's residential and it remains in a residential zone. I think it was AA residential.
Yeah, it was it like reverting?
Yeah.
I had AA reverting to A.
Perfect. Is the proposal harmonious with the character of the existing and probable development of uses in the vicinity? Yes.
Yes,
Historic, or at least the house itself isn't, right? I'm just thinking of the heights, like standards. That's not our purview. then.
That's not our purview,
okay.
yeah. Yep. That it's remaining a house and,
yeah.
they're within the same character. Again, they're just raising it. Is it the proposed use accessible for fire and other emergency apparatus? Yes, it's the same access as it is now.
Hasn't changed.
That has not
No,
changed.
no, that's not changed.
Is the proposed use unreasonably near a church, school, theater, recreational area, or other place of public assembly?
Yacht club,
That's
but
recreation.
it's not unreasonably near it, like it's.
And again, the use, it's not changing. It's still a residential building, and the use is going to remain the same as it was. Will the proposed use interfere with established uses in the neighborhood? Nope.
I don't see.
The parking is improving though, right?
Parking is improving.
Moving.
There'll be more parking. Are the driveways and sidewalks adequate to ensure public safety and avoid traffic congestion?
No real sidewalks.
There are no real sidewalks.
No,
Driveway, yes.
Yep, the driveway is, again, with the garage, they'll have a little bit more space on that roadway because people won't have to park on the road there if they're at that residence.
Less off-street, on-street parking.
Correct.
yeah, be more.
Are there adequate facilities for the treatment and removal of discharged sewer, refuse, and other effluent from this use?
Yes. All public water and sewage.
Will the proposed use cause odors, dust, light, or noise, and if so, how can the impact be minimized?
The use won't, just
The
the
use
renovation
won't.
will, yeah.
Correct, just the renovation will. Will the proposed use impact the aquifer and other important natural resources, and if so, how can they be protected?
No, because of public water.
And I mean, I think part of that environmental concern was too, they did take into consideration using native plants to help protect, natural resources. And is the lot big enough for the proposed use and its reasonable anticipated operation and expansion? Again, the footprint is remaining the same and the use is remaining the same.
Is the footprint remaining the same if we have additional square footage?
The bulk is increasing,
Oh, right, the bulk, okay.
right? And they're making more livable space on that.
Okay.
When they raise it, the garage is then going to become livable space and then the garage below.
Okay.
Is there enough off-street parking for employees or visitors, and is parking laid out in a convenient and safe way? Yes,
The best way feasible, I think.
it is the best way feasible with that added garage parking space. What buffers and screenings are necessary to protect adjacent properties and land uses?
Vegetated.
Yes,
Yep, vegetative, and they did provide a vegetative plan.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else on this application that they want to discuss?
That condition is only applicable to the area variance, right? Maintaining the vegetative buffer?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no need for.
Yeah.
for a
Okay.
variance.
Okay.
Okay, do we need to like close, we don't need to like, we already closed the hearing,
Correct.
so we're good, right?
Yes.
Okay, can I get a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting ends at 7:45. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Good night, thank you.